Hey Natalie, thanks for taking time out of your day to be here today. I know you're kind of busy. Do you want to just get into it and I'll start asking the questions I have?
Yeah, of course.
All right, so let's start off with question one. What key life experiences have formed who you are today?
I think a few main ones that I can think of would be living in a single parent household most of my life. It really gained independence and drive in myself, as well as being a first generation graduate student at the end of this year.
Yeah, cool. That's pretty insightful. Building on those experiences, I'd love to know how did the path lead you to becoming passionate and involved in your city?
I really enjoyed how construction shaped neighborhoods, just being able to see how things popped up out of nowhere, as well as my ties to ASU and being a construction engineer major. I interned at Big D Construction, which is a general contractor here in the Valley. So I get to see a ton of different style buildings and multifamily housing, pop up and just different organizations I'm in, like HESM and Young Builders Council.
It's cool to see how involved you are. With that in mind, could you share what your core values are and how they show up in the work you do?
Yeah, I think integrity, being ethical, sustainable choices really do help, as well as being innovative, always being prepared, especially with, AI and all these different things coming out recently, just the robotics in general, just being able to be on the top of that, driving path to be really smart and collaboration, being able to work with others.
Yeah, that's awesome how you incorporate your values into your work. From your perspective, why do you believe our city is a great city?
We're fast growing, we're strong. There's so much partnership that I see, um, especially in my field with the construction industry. Just different subcontractors, trade partners, other GCs. We all work together. Like I said, I was in Young Builders Council, or I plan to be once I graduate. I've done a lot of different activities with them, but you do have to be a graduate student or graduated professional to be in it. But it's part of the ABA, which is Arizona Builders Alliance, and that's where anyone into the construction field can go and just gain insight from one another. It's really great.
Yeah, that's a cool way to look at the city. Can you tell me more about the causes, projects, and activities you're personally involved in, and why do they
Yeah.
matter to you?
So right now, I'm on the executive board of KESM. It's a nonprofit organization who helps a child through and beyond a parent's cancer, and I'm running a gala that basically funds half of the money for the camp that these kids get to go to. So that's really amazing, and that's through the ASU chapter, which is from Tempe. And then, like I said again, to touch on the Young Builders Council, creates leadership and growth. Once I graduate here in May next fall, I do plan to go into a leadership kind of course. It's a year long through the Young Builders Council, so I'm excited for that, and then just being a part of my internship and being able to contribute to the city's development.
Awesome. Sounds like those projects really reflect your mission. I imagine collaboration plays a big role in that. How do you work with other groups and individuals, and what kind of impact does this make?
Yeah, so at work, I would say main people that I'm dealing with is subcontractors, architects, other engineers, making tons of phone calls right now. I'm working in the pre-construction side of things, so just trying to get jobs started, costs of everything, being able to communicate through the phone, email, etc. It does really help. And then being on the executive board of KESAM, the nonprofit organization I'm part of, does help as well because I'm in a leadership role and I'm communicating with members or hopefully new members and expressing amazing things that are happening in this organization. But if you don't have the proper collaboration skills, you won't be able to really gather people in.
Yeah, I'd say that's pretty good, a good approach to collaboration. Thinking about your own journey, what are some creators that have influenced you, or people that are working on similar causes or projects?
I would say number one are my parents. They don't live here in the valley, but they do live in Arizona, and they own a few companies and really have shown me how to, have strong drive and just push myself and always shoot for the stars. And if you have to reach for the, clouds, that's okay. But I would say another group of people, definitely my mentors from Big D Construction, have been fantastic while training me and preparing me for this next year once I'm a full-time employee there. And just professionals at ASU, not only teachers, but they are also a part of the industry. A lot of my professors still work to this day.
Awesome. It sounds like those people really helped shape your perspective. To wrap it up, what's some advice that you'd give me or other students about becoming a future creator of our great city?
I would say definitely always have curiosity. Curiosity will make you strive for excellence. It will always allow you to have a broader picture than just staying in the box. Staying in the box won't do anything for you. Find mentors, find people who you think will help you, and look at people who you want to be when you're older and see what they've done in their life, as well as just getting involved in community service. Or like I said, I'm in a nonprofit organization. It really does make you feel worthy, and it allows you to gain so many other individuals in your side of your court than you would have while not being in any of these community activities. And then just start small, one step at a time. Anything you do will create an awesome impact.
Awesome. It's a great answer. I appreciate your time for today. That's all I have for you. Have a good rest of your day. I appreciate it.
Awesome, thank you, have a great one.
Bye.